I want to talk about juice feasting. I'm thinking about doing a juice feast here in the future, but I'm gonna hold off on it for a little while. I can't make any promises, but I want to talk about the one in the past. I did it, and it was such a badass experience that, man, I feel like I should share it. So, um, I started actually through Steve Pavlina's blog. He linked to Angela Stokes and Matt Monarch, and I found them, and I started watching their videos religiously. I started just consuming their videos, and I was like, if I keep watching their videos, if I keep watching their videos for a long time, then I'm not going to experience any results. I'm just going to keep watching them experience results. So what I did, I went to a raw vegan cafe, and I ordered some food, and me and the owner got talking, and I guess she was interested too. So she was like, what are you doing? I was like, man, I'm just trying to make some health changes and seeing if I can make some things stick. And she said, have you ever seen the movie Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead? And I was like, yes, I did, where he's juicing for like 60 days. And she was like, yeah, all you got to do is just get a juicer, little cheap juicer, maybe $100 and $150. Then, you juice, you wait till your third day. She really stressed that third day, to wait till your third day, and then you'll be all right. It should be easy from there. And, the way she was talking, she was like, oh, this juice, you'll get that weight off in no time. Don't worry about it. So I was like, oh, hell yeah. So I got the juicer. My aunt actually had a juicer that she really wasn't using. She was like, man, you could have that juicer. So I was like, okay, cool. And so I took that juicer to my own apartment. I was working, and I started putting vegetables in it. Now, this is when I realized that there's going to be a learning curve to juicing. Like, to make good juice, my juice, like, flat out sucked, man. My juice really was bad, and I realized it was going to be a learning curve to learn how to make good juice. And, man, I wanted to juice like yesterday. I wasn't really waiting. I didn't want to wait for that learning curve. So what I did, I decided I would go to Whole Foods, get some juice that was already made, already prepared for me, already tasting good, and I would just buy that. And, that actually worked for me. I would buy 6 to 7, I believe they were 8 or 9 ounce juice bottles. Almost like a little, I would say about 3/4 the size of like a regular water bottle. So, yeah, so I was doing that. Just a whole bunch of different combinations of juices too. I would drink grapefruit juice. They had kale pineapple. They had one where it was all vegetables like spinach, broccoli, romaine lettuce, and on, and celery. And then they had apple juice. They had beet juice. Didn't really like the beet juice, so left that alone. So yeah, I did that. Got 6 to 7 juices every day. Went to the same Whole Foods. Told them actually what I would want the next day, and then they would make sure to have that the next day. That was pretty cool. That was pretty nice of that Whole Foods. Shout out to that Whole Foods. But yeah, man, I just from day one I noticed that I wasn't having any mood swings, and I was more present, and that was cool. But like she said wait till the third day. Second day was the hardest of the whole fast. Things were just going crazy in my head, and it was just nauseous, and it was really crazy. Yeah, I should mention before this that I actually did a 30-day trial of salads, and that was horrible. Before this juice trial, I did 30 days of salads, but I really didn't make it to 30 days. I made it to about 20, I believe 20, because I was just super hungry with all salads. It was all salads, a little bit of meat, a little bit of dressing, but mostly just lettuce and maybe spinach. And I was just hungry. I couldn't sleep. I was tossing and turning. It experienced results, but Like I was losing weight, but at that point I had given up, like trying to lose weight and getting my mind wrapped up in weight loss and whatever. I was really just trying to look at something that I could do for a long time. So I did that trial. That trial kind of sucked, and I came off of it. Immediately started going on the juice trial. Second day was the hardest. Third day I was fine. Everything was going great. About a weekend, and I would just keep doing that at work. I would have the juice, and people were a little interested. And after a week, that's when people started really paying attention, because I think they saw the weight coming down, and they saw me just drinking a lot of juice all the time. So, and they saw me decline what they were eating. They were eating fast food usually. They'd go out to eat, or things like that. So a weekend, man, I'm good. After the third day, it was kind of surreal for me, because the juice started feeling like food. Like every time I would drink maybe two or three juices, it would feel like I was eating a meal. So I thought that was pretty surreal. Like liquid can feel like a meal. I hadn't had that experience before, so that was really weird to me. But it was pretty cool to know that I can feel my digestive system not having to work. I could feel like very light. And I remember during this time I was staying super isolated, because I went over a friend's house before and he was cooking, and I had noticed that my smell had gotten way more intense. Smell and taste got like ultra sensitive. Like I could do them a lot more vividly. I could smell way more vividly. I can taste way more vividly. I can't really say that much about all the rest of the senses. I didn't really pay attention to hearing. Maybe I could have heard better. Maybe I could have felt things better. I don't know. But I just remember sight. I don't remember seeing things any differently. I mean, unless you're talking about metaphorically. But yeah, I don't remember seeing anything that much different. But taste and smell, I could definitely, like, they were definitely way more intense. So I was like, man, I can't be smelling people cooking like food, or else I'm gonna just veer off. And that's also when I realized, man, I have to really exert a lot of force to do this juice feast. It's a lot. I have to be very cautious about where I'm going. What's gonna be there, because man, as soon as I would smell it, it would be hard to resist, because it smelled so good. But yeah, weekend I'm good. Um, second week still going good. I noticed, I think after the first week, that I don't have any joint pains. I was having a lot of joint pains in my elbows and my ankles and knees, and they had all just disappeared. All joint pain just completely disappeared. And I was like, man, this is wild. So second week good. Third week good. But then one day, I remember one day I was hungry. And for some reason, I couldn't get to Whole Foods that day. So I was like, man, let me skip it and just go to Whole Foods after work. I couldn't go to Whole Foods and make it to work on time. So I was like, man, let's skip getting to work. I mean, let's skip getting to work. Let's skip the juice for the day and just get it when I get off work. So that plan didn't work out. I was super hungry. As soon as I had the opportunity, I think I went and got some junk food, and it just sent me spiraling back. So, like, it sent me like in a big spiral. So, yeah, it didn't really end well for me. But I think I made it to like 21 days. And that was the 21st day. So, but I do remember, man, the effects of that juice feast. Even though I spiraled at the end, just to right back to where I was going. Right back to where I was. that whole point in time was just an amazing experience. I was more present. Like I said, the joints felt better. No joint pain at all. I would have like severe joint pain on Thursday and Friday because I had a job where I'm walking 4 or 5 miles a day, and that was cool. But except Thursday and Friday, by the time you get to Thursday and Friday, I just been tired of being on my feet because I was still a big guy, on my feet walking 4 or 5 miles a day, and I just noticed that the joint pain disappeared when I started juicing. So, yeah, just much more vivid smell and taste, and I wasn't hungry. The juice felt like meals. I wasn't depriving myself or everything. So I just it wasn't a good ending, but man, it really makes me want to do it again because I remember how light it felt. It felt very, very light, man. That's what the biggest thing I remember about it is just feeling so light. And not, I mean, technically it was lighter because my weight was going down, but it just felt like lighter and a brighter day, and my mood was better. No mood swings. The mood was always good. It was just no mood swings. So, man, I appreciated that experience, and it almost surprises me. Like, damn, I was that determined to juice. I was going out of my way every single day to like buy about $35 to $40 worth of juice. So yeah, man, it was definitely an experience to look back on. And that's about it. I'll see y'all tomorrow.